Let me ask you something. Have you ever bought an adventure bike that looked amazing in the showroom, but the moment you took it off-road, it completely let you down? For years, riders looking for an affordable adventure bike have run into exactly this problem. Great looks, mediocre performance. But in 2026, Honda just brought back a bike that might finally fix all of that, the Honda XRE 300 Sahara. So if you've been searching for a bike that's budget-friendly but doesn't compromise on capability, this video is for you. By the end of this, you'll know exactly whether the Sahara can actually live up to its name and handle tough terrain, or if this is just another hyped-up comeback. Let's start with the specs. The XRE 300 Sahara comes with a single-cylinder engine around the 300cc mark, tuned for smooth, predictable power delivery, making it friendly for beginners while still satisfying for more experienced riders. Power output sits around 25 to 27 horsepower, which gives this bike a really solid balance for a light to mid-weight adventure machine. Now let's talk suspension. This is where older versions used to struggle. On the new Sahara, Honda has significantly improved suspension travel on both ends. Combined with increased ground clearance, this is a major win for anyone who actually wants to take this bike off the pavement. In terms of design, the Sahara keeps that classic adventure tourer silhouette, upright seating position, wide handlebars, and a large fuel tank built for long-distance touring. The tank holds around 13 liters, giving you a range of roughly 300+ kilometers per tank, depending on how you ride. Weight-wise, this bike comes in at approximately 160 to 165 kilograms, which is very manageable for its class. That weight distribution makes it confident off-road, but still stable when you're cruising on the highway. Now here's where it gets interesting, the proof. Specs on paper are one thing, but real-world performance tells a different story. Riders who've already tested early units are reporting that the suspension upgrade is genuinely noticeable. On rocky, bumpy trails, the bike feels far more controlled compared to previous generations. That tells us Honda didn't just slap a new name on an old platform, they actually engineered real improvements here. The braking system has also been upgraded. Dual-channel ABS comes as standard, which is huge for safety, especially on loose gravel or wet roads. This is particularly relevant for the US market, where safety regulations are strict, and Honda has clearly built this bike to meet global standards. On fuel efficiency, this bike is rated for around 35 to 40 kilometers per liter, which makes it an economical choice for both daily commuting and weekend adventure runs. With gas prices the way they are in the US, that adds up to some serious long-term savings. Pricing is another big factor. The expected price range for the US market is somewhere between $5,500 and $6,500, which is genuinely competitive when you stack it up against similar adventure bikes from Kawasaki and Suzuki. On paper, the XRE 300 Sahara looks like a stronger value for money option. As for comfort, the seat height is adjustable, which is a great touch for accommodating riders of different heights. Whether you're on the shorter side or you're a taller rider, you can dial in a comfortable riding position. But here's where things get really interesting. When I dug a little deeper into the research, I found one specific feature Honda added that none of its direct competitors have. And this feature directly impacts how this bike performs on long rides, especially in extreme temperature conditions. What exactly is this feature, and why could it be a game changer for riders in certain US states? I'll be breaking that down in detail next. So if you don't want to miss that breakdown, hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because this one feature could be the deciding factor on whether the XRE 300 Sahara is actually worth the hype or just another hyped-up comeback. Drop a comment and let me know. Do you think Honda can claw back lost ground in the adventure bike segment in 2026, or has the competition already moved too far ahead? If you found this useful, share it with a friend who's into adventure bikes. See you in the next video, where I'll dive into that mystery feature and tell you whether this bike deserves to be your next adventure companion. Until then, ride safe and peace out.